are at Shelters by Jesus podcast, and we are so excited that you're with us, you're watching, you're listening, you're hitting subscribe, you're hitting like, you're sharing with your friends, because that brings money in. And if you want to help get people off the street, you go to sheltersbyjesus.com. If you'd like to give, it's $9. We'll get somebody off the street. We also have 4 books out written by the dumb hick from Skowhegan, me. And they have 2 prices, $10 are free. And you put your name and address right there and tell if you want books 1, 2, 3, or 4, all of them, we'll mail them right out to you. You also can call the office at 207-474-8833 and give them your name and address there, and they'll ship it. But the other thing you can do is get a tour. When you call that number, say, I'd like a tour, and you'll meet the residents. You'll see everything we have. And we're just excited about you being a part of this. So now, on to the podcast. All right, here we are. We are at South WINDHAM Community Church. We've been here before, and you see them, but this is going to be a little different this time. In some ways, one of them is the same. Aspen here is on one of my other podcasts, and what they've done is something special. We are headed this Wednesday. We are going to go to Portland, Maine, and we are going to some encampments, homeless encampments, and there's a youth group here in South WINDHAM that has put together some unbelievable packages that they put up and put together, and we're going to be talking about that in a second. If you look behind me, Aspen, just hold that up, will you? This is what these kids have put together. And this is Aspen, and you are?
Justin.
Justin and David. All right. Aspen, would you say could you describe what's in this?
There's hand sanitizer, tampons, razor, toilet paper, tissues, tampons.
What's that?
Razor.
Razor.
Brush.
And this is, what's the Irish Spring is soap, right?
Yeah.
So you got soap. They've got all this stuff, and they've put up, how many are behind me here? There's almost 100, right?
Yeah.
There's nearly 100 of these to pass out, and this was done by a bunch of kids. You know, they're making the adults look pretty bad. So anyway, I was told that David has a presentation. He wants to say something, and I'll go from there. What is it you have, David, that you're going to share with us? What's that? A donation. A donation. All right. Why don't you walk right up here to me? All right. Turn around, face the camera. This is David. There you go, right there. So what are you giving us? How much is that? $130. $130 on top of all of this? How old are you, David? 10. How old are you, Aspen? 8. I ain't asking you. Thank you, David. And Seth, Chief of Staff, you're going to take that and go ahead and have a seat, David. Thank you. Look, this is all children, man. This is incredible. I'm just hoping everyone that you watch this, every church that is seeing this, you want to think about, I don't want to hear from any church saying we can't do anything. If a bunch of children can do this, you can. Now, I want to ask Justin, are you one of the youth teachers here?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did this all come about? What spurred this?
Well, God placed it on Aspen's heart, and she brought it to the group. Aspen. This is Aspen, yes. And she brought it to the group and presented what she wanted to do. And God placed it on everyone else's heart in here, and they just put the work in like no other and just put their hearts and souls into putting this together.
This is incredible. This is incredible. You imagine what could be done if every church that has a little youth group would start something like this, but they need an Aspen, don't they? We all need an Aspen, man, to get things fired up and get things started. And then we need a David to bring us the money. David, what do you think about all of this, being a part of this? You don't know? All right, come up here so they can hear you. Come up and stand beside me. All right, now you said you were how old? 10. So you got stuff to say. I'll bet you when you're home, they can't shut you up. What do you bet? What am I?
Oh, it's true. It's true.
There you go.
Udo talks all day long.
There you go. So what do you thought? How did it feel doing all this, knowing homeless people are going to get it? How did it make you feel?
Happy.
Made you feel happy? All right. Well, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to be taking pictures down there, and you're going to see people who are going to get these bags, and then you can have your pastors put those pictures right up. How's that sound? Huh? And
want to have Aspen show us the other table?
Yes, Aspen, would you walk over to the other table? Very good. I should have known Mr. Movie Man on the camera here. All right, what have we got here, Aspen?
We have sleeping bags.
You have sleeping bags. You got a whole bunch of sleeping bags. All right, and you got more than that here too, right? What do you have over here? What are these?
These are hot dogs.
Those are hot dogs. And you know what? Some big old nasty bikers with big tattoos. Guess who's they're going to be doing the cooking. Is that cool or what? All right, man. Yeah, they're jumping on board. They're going to come in with grills, and they're going to take the hot dogs you guys got, and we got rolls here. That this all happened because you got one little girl that got all excited about doing something. Yo, come on now. Y'all that you're older, you're supposed to be wiser. You've been Christian, some of you, for your whole life, and you're going to let this little 8-year-old girl kick your butt spiritually. I say it's about time we picked up the gauntlet and go, this little girl can't outgive me. She's too little. Right? I bet you make them run. They can't beat you, can they? No. Come on over and have a seat, Aspen. All right. Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what. You guys got a right to be proud of your young people here. So what was your goal? Was this your goal when you started out to do this much?
Yeah, the goal was we decided to do 100 bags, and we just started at it, and everything just fell in line together. We got donations coming in and money coming in, and it was just a miraculous sight to watch happen.
Now, did this all come from just people in your church, or did others in the community get involved?
The church gave some. Other people brought some in.
From outside the church?
Yeah, from outside the church.
So how did they know about this? How did others know about it?
By word of mouth. We just told others what we were doing, and
they said
they stepped up and
wow.
said, we have this, or we want to give this. So it was a snowball effect, right?
Praise
just
God.
from little Aspen's little idea, and she told us, and we told others, and now we have this.
Well, you know what? She don't look very big, but I got a funny feeling she's like dynamite. Comes in small packages. When you light her fuse, she takes off and explodes, don't she?
She does.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I tell you, I got the chance to meet her and her brother the other day on a podcast. And her brother's running around cleaning up and roads and stuff. I'll tell you, we need more kids like this.
Yes.
This is awesome. And David bringing us the money. He's like Midas. He got the Midas touch today, man. He's bringing the chips.
He did. He put his feet on the ground and went and got it done, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you kids, and definitely proud of the leaders that are here. This is fantastic. And I wished I could take you all to Portland, but when we get our podcast, your pastor's going to have to play the podcast up front for your church so that you guys can all see it and see how this all went and how we handed it out. And we're so excited about doing this. Hey, Seth, why don't you come over here for just a second? Seth Roberts is our chief of staff. You've seen him on some other podcasts. And just stand beside me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'm the movie man now, so you pay attention. All right. What do you think about all this that you see with these kids?
I think what Aspen and the others have done is a testament to the glory and power of God. I think that they don't even realize the impact they're going to have on people's lives. When you have nothing and children decide that they're going to give you things, it really removes all excuses from adults. When you hand them one of those bags, and you should see last time we did that, some of them were crying. Some of them never had toilet paper for months, ways of washing their hands. And you guys decided that you were going to make a difference in people's lives, and you were going to change people. Because of your love and mercy, we're going to lead them to Jesus because of you.
And I'm telling you, I put on Facebook, Portland, hang on, because Jesus is coming to town in the body of his people. And his people ain't always real big people. He's got some little peanuts here that are sending the power to Portland. And I'll tell you, Wednesday night to be people going back to their little tents with the stuff that you kids have put together. And they're going to be thanking God that you guys did what you did. This is so fantastic. And believe it or not, I think we're up to 8 churches that are represented now. God took, what he took was, 100 sandwiches, Seth? What did we have, 100 sandwiches?
We had 200 sandwiches when we went.
The first time?
Yeah.
200 sandwiches?
We ran out.
And we ran out. But God took that. It was almost like the fish and the loaves.
Yep.
He took it, now he's taking that and going, watch what I can do. Then he inspires people like this little girl and you guys and the pastors, and it's just blowing up and going. And people are calling and say, can I go? Can I be a part of this? Can we bring something? I'll tell you, we hit Portland, we'll probably have as many people coming as there's living there, because I'm getting on my Facebook one after another says, I'll meet you there at Marginal Way, or I'll meet you at your church and follow you, and it's going to look like, you're too young to know the show Wagon Train, but there used to be Wagon Train, you know the show Wagon Train, right? And it's going to look like Wagon Train is just come in, Ward Bull, and rides again, man. So this is so cool, so fantastic. Thank you, David, for being the carrier of the money bag. That was pretty cool. And Aspen, you are an absolute inspiration. I'll tell you, God has touched you, and you are going to touch a lot of people. I know I've been blessed to meet you. And Mom and Dad got to be so proud. They must be busting their buttons right now. And when this comes out, we're going to make them even prouder, because they're going to see their baby girl holding that stuff up and tell them what she's going to do. So when these homeless Wednesday night go back to their tents, they're going to take some comforts with them. They're going to take your sleeping bag to lay on. They're going to take these bags so they can wash up and clean up. They're going to they got your hot dogs. We're going to have sandwiches so they got something to go back and eat tonight. And some of them have told us is like sometimes they go 2 or 3 days with nothing to eat. But you guys are making a difference. So God bless you. How we doing on time, Big John? 12 minutes. That's good for this segment. But I just want to tell you all, hang on. We got more coming. Y'all come back now here.